The indicators are more useful for more assessment for purposes of information to my viewers and my listeners. Was the stores and procurement, rent, contract, tax, cash, debt, loans and advances, payroll. Sa indicators we check me na se ne say some work as stores and procurement, work as rent, work as contract, work as tax, work as debt and loans, work as na se ne say indicators we.
So you from free stores and procurement. Now say aban air budget we are we compensation, that is aban you omo ye adwuma aban you mako mo market ya. Na say we sika ye se di kutua bosia ho nsi ho ade aka bia no ekwan e fa so yisu say scan e through procurement. That's aban beto ade, aban behind consultancy services, aban be ye project, that's works. It is any money nyina na be share procurement. Na eno ho na ye procurement emra. That's Public Procurement Act 2003 amended in 2016. Say ebre bi aban dwumakuo bia pese otade or ye project ana say high consultancy service bia no onfa saa ehihye na enya adwuma. Nti abre bia dwumakuo bi ebe ye procurement and also beto ade obey project and also be high consultancy service one fa procurement law na anya adwuma no auditor general recording as irregularity, and over the period no you recorded a lot of irregularities, and as I'm saying between 2016 to 20 alone the irregularities are about 136 million Ghana cedis in any friend stores and procurement no afi over renter un say aban ewo bungalows and buildings and adan nkrofo team and abi mu de ye adwuma also ye rent tax. It's rent taxes no so say ya anya and no auditor general recording as irregularity. Afi oba contractor say aban ema obi contractor hye da ho say contractor na nipa na anya adwuma no anase ye tue sika no wie na say adwuma no ye kohwe na say nye de ye ka say be na ya anase contract ni delay anase contract ne bo no ene ho hye bi amfa emra kwan so a auditor general raising as contract irregularities. On say maybe I delayed projects, contract overpricing, project paid for but not delivered. So any money nyina no na recording under contract irregularities.
Okay.
Then again your tax, the main let me say financial fiscal irregularity a higher pa. Tax irregularity na kwaye etoa eya ban dia yanjin within the period. Until them fan say ETV also mutual income tax and our corporate income tax. Na sa period ye nti manji sa scanner. Auditor general MDA kra moye adwuma hye na se no obe flagging it up as tax irregularity. Nti any friend tax irregularity nti abrebia aban to bi o se yanji bia no and your tax irregularity. Then over debt loans and advances are so aban nyuma ko ne bi etimi ma ebi mo advances.
Hold on one second. So for the tax irregularities no. It is not the case of the misapplication of the taxes collected as well?
Not at all.
Okay.
And tax are outstanding. I said tax also you're within the period. Okay. To show the general support, your outstanding VAT, your outstanding income taxes, your outstanding maybe custom taxes are also ubituya when you clear goods from the port or bonded warehouses or even from Temaoyo refinery. Tiano nyina ne kabum with even payees outstanding all taxes ni nyina ne kabum the tax irregularities.
Okay.
Then if you come to CASHA, another major problem. Cash management na quite say sika ye dem abanyu maku e kon fa so use sika no, that is cash management. And na say omo a sika bi also omo je Emma buying no de beto aban futuo ma yan fa metum afa misapplication of funds ABS ka say di koye we no yan fa kwan koye de o say de de akoya da foforo ana say aban sika nka o say de beto aban futuo no akwakoda private accounts enti ni nyina ba be she cash irregularity na say then again oba payroll na ni nyina akoya aketua sem say bia nipa bi o ho a omu ni kwan sen ko mo payroll so a yetu omo ka yati ghost names we bring any of free be on end salaries ebi anipa oni say adwumakuo ni but enso aketua ne ba na yetua ne ka amane ko bo moving into adwumakuo foforo but aketua eko to all of that comes together na aba be share payroll no payroll irregularities. These are the main 7 typologies. The typology I say auditor general ko ye adwuma enfomso be hu nyina no ode hye saa ekoko we ase nti obey cash irregularities obey debt and loans no no kabom nyina omey hu irregularities I record over the period. Now hwema over the last 10 years your major problem pana say the main source of the recklessness tax irregularities and cash irregularities. In fact, we had the period of the analysis now. Out of the 13.9 billion irregularities, now, about 9.2 billion alone are tax irregularities. I think so. Cash irregularities is almost 3 billion, which means that cash and tax alone is almost 12.1 billion Ghana cedis of the 13.9 billion irregularities. This makes these areas, that's 2 out of the 7 typologies, are more than 95% of the total irregularities are recorded over the period. And they raise a lot of concerns. Say, aha, and also about tax irregularities. An example be to say, Oma left say Abia oil from Tema oil refinery without paying the duties. Everyone saw Omo the cut through these taxes on the left hand side. Ya reschedule dating so do ya omentia. A bit to say free zones will be exemption without parliamentary approval. And answer outstanding payee. For example, we heard the General's report, I think 2018, Omo recorded say about 3,600 companies at the income tax and corporate income tax of almost 837 million Ghana cedis, which is even higher than the total expenditure of the Ministry of Gender, I think, in 2019. And it can even finance more than 5 times how much we spend on the LEAP program, Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty program, in 2019. Again, in 2018, where 10 OMGs LFT oil from Tema oil refinery, a tax liability of almost 33 million Ghana cedis was not collected. Within that same period, 28 OMCs lifted oil from Tema oil refinery, tax liability of about 22.6 million Ghana cedis was not collected. And within the period of the Auditor General's assessment, these are flagged up as tax irregularities. Let me also add that say these irregularities, a bit of what because a public accounts committee tenase no mo ye mo hwehwe mu any conversations na ebi o ho itimi identify ne rectify ne collect these outstanding taxes. In fact, monitor your recoveries so it tells us that recoveries no ensure as effective as we think. Let me cite one example. In 2017, the total irregularities of about 655 million Ghana cedis. OSHA collections after the setting, it was just a little about 390 million, which means that an outstanding of almost 290 million is still there. Within the period of the setting of PEC. So which means that a bit of why you bet me a bit also you can record it, and a bit also won't mean say also be using emphasis competitive tender, not or the single sourcing, equity procurement. The financial value you have lost, we can never recover it. Again, say contract management problem, say contracts in sense so be a managing na say boka the financial cost and social cost of that irregularity we can recover that. And whilst these irregularities sometimes can be recovered, one, the recovery process is not as effective as we think. Secondly, the financial cost and social cost of the delays in even paying taxes, we can't even recover them, because if people delay paying taxes, it affects government's ability to say, on project. And when government delays on implementing project, you, the citizen, suffers.